Hello everybody, welcome back to BareRose Garage. What do we got going on today? Well, look at here. I got my tunnel ram in finally. I've been working on this deal here since last year's No Name Nationals. The guy that got this, he's not a Ford guy. And the deal came up and it was a pretty good deal. So he went ahead and bought it and has been kind of holding it over me for a little while. Well, finally we came to an agreement and I put a transmission in a 2005 GMC Envoy and traded him the labor for this tunnel ram. Now, me and tunnel rams go back a long ways. In fact, the first car I ever drove or took the wheel on was a car with a tunnel ram in it. It was my dad's 1955 Chevy. And well, I guess I was about 4 or 5 years old, sitting on my dad's lap, holding the wheel as he drove through town. And the first thing I remember about a car is holding that wheel and seeing those 2 air cleaners up above the hood. And he'd rop on it a couple of times, you know. Needless to say, I was hooked. That's what started it all for me. So, all my life I have been looking for my own tunnel ram and to kind of rebuild that whole memory. Now, I don't have a 55 Chevy, which is what he had at the time, with a small block, but this is, well, I'd say close enough to being perfect for me. So, I drug the 460 back out. Now, this is the 460 that I was building for the 58 Fairlane, so this is a better block choice for the tunnel ram. Why? Because this one is internally balanced. Now, 460s come in 2 varieties, internal and external. The one that I've got out back here is actually an external balanced one. That one would be good for low RPM power, which equates right down to towing, which is exactly what I want to do with the 58 Fairlane. The whole purpose of that car was to actually tow the 58 300. I'm doing this one up as a kind of a gasser, street freak, old late 60s, early 70s type street freak hot rod. And my main goal, end game goal in all of this is to have the 58 Fairlane tow this one around to events and what have you. So the stars aligned just perfect and whammo, I got this. So I shifted gears again a little bit and just kind of morphed this block into using it on this. Again, because this block is internally balanced. Now, the reason I looked for an internally balanced big block for this, the difference is on an externally balanced engine, they're relying on the balance out here and the balance here. So it's kind of, you get a little crank walk in them at higher RPM with an external. Internal balanced is, well, it's just what it says. It's balanced on the crank weights in here. So the crank stays more true at higher RPMs, which is exactly what a tunnel ram is for, higher RPMs. I've checked the numbers and stuff and they're kind of all over the place, to tell you the truth. But in general, this tunnel ram is good up to about 7,500 RPM. Now, I ain't going to turn it quite that hard, but it's best to have internally balanced engine when you're pushing up to them kind of RPMs. External, they're good to about $5,000 is tops on an external, which I'm building for that tow rig out there, the Fairlane that you see in my earlier videos that I'll eventually get back around to. But anyway, like I said, the stars aligned. I did that transmission job for this, so I now have my tunnel ram, and it's going into the 58 Ford 300 that I've drug into the shop now. So I'll start this build series with this. The dart I have pushed out to the back. The dart, I really wanted to put that Y block into that dart. I'm sure it would fit in there, but to do it, I have to cut the floor in the dart. I have to cut that tunnel and open it up because the tunnel, the transmission tunnel, is just too narrow to put anything else but that 904 automatic in it. So I'd have to cut it down the center, open it up, move the driver's seat over, and just recenter everything in that car. You've seen in those videos, everything in that car is offset for that transmission hump that goes like this in the car. And I would have to cut it and straighten it all out to put that Y block straight in line with the rear end in there. And, well, to tell you the truth, the car is in too good a shape for me to do that. Now, I've got the reputation around here and around town and everywhere that, yeah, I am a die-hard rat rodder. I will put anything in anything as long as I'm not hurting a good car. And that dart is just in too good a shape. I can't hurt it. What I'm going to end up doing with that is I do have another running slant 6. I'm just going to stick it all back together and drive that car as it was in 1965. It's just going to be a slant 6, automatic, easy driving, 1965 Dodge Dart. So I've pushed it out and pushed it away. That maybe later on I'll try to do a mileage oriented hot rod out of it. I don't know. But anything that I do to it, I don't want to hurt the integrity of the car. This Ford 300, well, you'll see in these videos upcoming, well, this floor in this one, Mother Nature helped me out a whole bunch on my decision making on this because I can cut the hump on this one and it don't matter none because it's all mostly gone anyway. So stay tuned on these. We're going to jump back in and we're going to put this big block 460 with the tunnel ram into that 58 Ford that's hanging on the lift here. So join in and we're going to try to get this all done for the No Name Nationals for 2023. Holy cow. I am so much under the gun now that I even forgot what year it is. All I know is I got a whole bunch of work to get this back in there, and let's get this show on the road. Stay tuned and let's get out there and make this thing stupid fun. In the meantime, get out there and get the metal hot. And dreams do come true, even in the form of tunnel rams. We'll see y'all there.